Hey everybody, in Luke 10, 27, 28, we hear a command, the greatest command is given to us, or reiterated to us, and that is love your Lord, your God, with all your heart, soul, strength, and your mind, followed by, and love your neighbor as you would yourself. Man, if only we could abide by that and focus on that. But I find ourselves as Christians, including myself, I find ourselves as a nation continuously drifting away from putting God first. So we've got to turn this train around, okay? We got to get refocused and realigned. There are so many things that keep popping up, especially throughout the news and the media. You know, people are pushing things, pushing their own agendas. They're taking little snippets and moving them to whatever they would, want to do for their purpose instead of the truth. And that's a shame, but it's happening. And what it does is it helps get media ratings, for one, because the more people watch it, obviously the ratings go up, and then more people can, pay to advertise, and then you buy their junk and all that good stuff. But what it's really doing, what it really is having the effect on it's having an effect on every single one of us, and it is dividing us. It's not only dividing us, it's making us hate one another. It's dividing us so badly that we want to, people are fighting each other, they're arguing each other, they're threatening each other, and like I said, overall, it just breeds hate. So if only the media could focus on putting God first and loving their neighbor. But they don't. So then it's up to us, right? We can't believe those false teachings. We can't fall prey to that junk that they keep pushing out to us. All right. So in 1 Timothy 4:12, it says, "Be an example to all believers in what you say and in the way you live." So as Christians, that's what we got to be. We cannot bring ourselves down. We cannot stoop down to that level of hate. We are better than that. God wants more than that for us, and He wants more than that for our nation. People are, just when I heard it on the news, they're offended because the Pledge of Allegiance ends with one nation under God. Well, we are all under God, and I think that statement proves who it's intended to be first in our priorities as a nation. One nation under God. So we've got God, and then we have our nation. That's how it's supposed to be. Just like on your priority list, you are somewhere in here, others are somewhere in here, maybe your family and loved ones, but no matter what, God is up here. He is above it all. He comes first. And that's the intention behind the Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under God. So because we are failing at that and understanding that and making excuses and reasons to put God almost out of the picture, as long as that keeps happening, our nation will continue to go downhill. And it can be saved. Of course it can be. However, we've got to work together and not against each other. This is why I want to thank God for allowing us access to His Word, access to His instructions, access to His wisdom. And in Proverbs 3, it talks a lot about wisdom, starting around 3:13. It talks about how joyful wisdom, how much joy wisdom brings you. And also, go a little further down in 3:21, it talks about use of discernment and common sense. And that's what a lot of times we are lacking. We are failing to use discernment when we come up to an issue or a disagreement. We automatically turn to hate and that person, I can't stand you now because you believe something different or you think something different. And that's what they are continuing to push out in the media to make sure that we stay divided. Well, if we remain one nation under God, that unites us, okay? Arguments, hatred, all that does is divide us. One nation under God is what unifies us. So if you feel like you have drifted away, or you continuing drifting away from God right now, then I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to pray for you, that you make the turnaround, make that U-turn, and start focusing on Him. Put your eyes on Him. Seek Him first in everything you do. And I really, truly believe it's definitely going to make a difference in your life. And if we can all do it together, it'll make a difference in our nation, and show that we do love God with all our heart and our soul and our strength and our mind, and that we do, absolutely do, love our neighbors as we do ourselves. So, all right, have a good day.